Graphs played 1 out of 43. They only have 43. Okay. Broadway gross earnings for Wicked and Hamilton. 160 million. Per year? Just Broadway? Ain't no shot. Visitors to the Vatican City and Beijing's Forbidden City. Yeah, that sounds about right. Spotify passenger revenue. Passenger revenue? So how much money they made? No, I think they'd make more money. Revenue is before expenses. What? What? Oh, I guess it could be Broadway because they took a dip. That's insane. That's insane. Wicked has earned 5 billion. That's insane. That's unbelievable. This is per year, man. This is per year. Hamilton's making $160 million per year. It's not like the movie came out and then like a bunch of people bought it and stuff. This is per year. Oh man, that's insane. Okay, next one. Game of Thrones Season 7 finale viewership globally millions. 25 million? No shot. Evacuation orders issued by U.S. state and local government officials in response to Hurricane Katrina. How do I know? Sales of solar viewers in the U.S. millions of units. Solar viewers. Those are like the sunglasses to watch a. It wouldn't have a bell curve. It would just drop off like crazy. Evacuation orders issued in response to Hurricane Harvey. This is bullcrap. I suddenly like this game a lot less. Movie theaters revenue for the film It. So, I actually, I took classes on wind, so I know quite a bit about hurricanes. So, the name of a hurricane is retired if it's a ginormous hurricane, basically. So hurricanes, the first hurricane of the season is like A, and then B, and then C. So Hurricane Katrina is K. So that's like Hurricane 13th or something, I think. But then it wouldn't be Hurricane Katrina in any other year. It would just be on that year. Now, Hurricane Harvey, I don't know of a super big Hurricane Harvey, but it does ring a bell. Harvey might be one that they use still. Oh, these are all 2017. Oh. These are days. These are not years. Oh, okay. So what does that mean? What's the undergraph here? 3, 25, 5, 4. So that's like 40 million viewers. 40 million viewers in a week. Damn, that actually could be. I still think it would be more. Nah, it would be more. 40 million's a lot, but season finale Game of Thrones, it'd be more. Oh no, it might not. It might be just like how many HBO had or some bullcrap. So if you guys don't know, Game of Thrones would go on like HBO, and the new episode would go up on the West Coast 3 hours before it did on the East Coast, even if you paid for the damn service. At least that was the case in Canada. So their idea of people not wanting to pirate their episodes, those guys are absolute imbeciles. Like, if they think that I'm going to wait 3 hours to watch it 3 hours later than everyone else, right. Okay. Yeah, maybe I did. Or maybe I didn't. But I still think 40 million is too low. Movie theater revenue for the film It. Is that horror movie? Sounds a little low. Sounds low. It cannot be Katrina. Sounds low. I don't really know what a solar viewer is. Man, it's probably solar viewers. Damn. Harvey. I only guessed Harvey because it was the double hurricane, and I know it cannot be Katrina. Ice cream and ice pops sale volume North America. We have to look at the scale carefully now. What the hell are these things? The scale is bizarre. July. Okay, so September is 9. July is 7. So 10 months later. May is 5. So something that happens every 10 months. Wait, it doesn't really match up. It's a little bit longer. It is actually annual. Their scale is just like a total debate. Yeah, see, it's like middle of May there and middle of May there. So something that doesn't happen in May, if I'm to assume the middle is there, and then starts happening again. So something that doesn't happen in May. Maybe April. Lotion, sunscreen, and spray sunscreen. Global units. Interesting. I don't know what Icon and Epic ski mountains are. But 200 million sounds like too many. It's definitely not that. Water supply and demand in San Tugueto. Supply and demand. That just sounds weird, man. Okay, actually, wait. It seems like the purple gets ahead of the blue, so the demand... The demand overcompensates the supply. That's actually possible. It's like so abundant, it's going down. Everyone's like, oh my god, we can water our lawns now. And then, oh, we're out. And it has that instant shortage when you kind of run out. San Dieguito. San Diego. 200 million gallons. Like 400 million liters. I don't think that's that crazy an amount of water a lot of water goes into like farming and stuff, like a crazy amount. I feel it could be this. Oh! Oh. Alright, what's next? Global coffee production. Millions of 60-kilo bags. U.S. crude oil first purchase price. Dollars per barrel. Yeah, it's that one. It's just super easy. I didn't even read the other three. Global average number of personal letters, business correspondence, and government mail sent per person annually. Personal letters, business correspondence. Business correspondence? Bro, that's like CCing an email. Business correspondence is such bullcrap of a term. I have no idea what that includes and excludes. So letters would go down, government mail would go up. Well, yeah, there's more people, obviously. And business correspondence would go up. But then government mail would go down sharply lately. I mean, I wouldn't know that. Why would government mail go down sharply in the last like 6 or 7 years? That's kind of weird. I don't know. That seems a bit off. That's like the combo breaker. Percentage of global population employed in agriculture in Europe, Asia, and North America. Okay. Percentage. Does it add up? No. Wow. You'd have to be real stupid to pick that one. It doesn't add up to 100. Global annual production of coal, oil, and natural gas. Natural gas is actually up, I believe. Oil is up also. Coal is down, but not that much. Why would natural gas go down lately? That is interesting. I don't think it has. Annual mean particulate matter concentrations in London, Islamabad, and Beijing. Oh, Beijing has actually cleaned up its polluted air. Literally after we went there. The green line does add up. Islamabad? Maybe. In London was really bad. You know what? I think it is that. Boom! Does it have all of my answers? Dude, I'm like three in a row, dude. We're hat-tricking. Yeah, China had... Okay, I went to China in 2014, so 3 years before that graph dipped in pollution. In Beijing, you could look at the sun any time of the day with your eyes. It was barely brighter than the sky. And my theory was pollution. And Anya was, no, it's probably just fog. 2 days after being in Beijing, here's what happened. It rained. And after it rained, there were visible fumes coming off of the ground everywhere. And Anya's like, okay, it's probably pollution. Yeah. So it was really bad. And I've seen documentaries. Basically, in China, they outlawed the crazy polluting like practices and basically shipped them out to its neighbors. Like a lot of the plastic recycling industry, crap like that, just insanely high pollution. Yeah, just ship it off. It's a fun game. I like this game. Okay, let's do a few more. Annual revenue in billions of Amazon, Theranos, and Microsoft. In billions? Honestly, the Amazon chart is not vertical enough for me. This barely tracks inflation. Ain't no shot. Theranos was some absolute scam. So it going to zero sounds about right, but I don't think so. Daily active users, Snapchat, Vine, Twitter. Vine died, right? I thought Vine died before 2017, though. People still use Snapchat? Wait, Snapchat is bigger than Twitter? I don't know, maybe. Global music sales of streaming, CD, and digital downloads. That's interesting. I don't know if it's at zero. I also feel the sales of streaming would have gone much more vertical. Global market share of iOS, Windows Phone, and Android. Oh, I actually think it is that one. No, it can't be that one. Well, maybe. There are others, right? It's not just iOS and Android. There are others. Android was way higher, but iOS is actually higher now. But I think 10 years ago, iOS would have been way higher. Wait, no, Windows Phone? There was never a moment in history where the most popular operating system was Windows on a phone. That never existed. It cannot be that. Points per game, average of Stephen Curry, Kobe Bryant, and LeBron James. That's kind of interesting. In 2014, Kobe Bryant would average only 13.8 points per game. Bro, that is not the Kobe that I know. I gotta be honest with you guys, the one that I know least is Snapchat, Vine, and Twitter. But none of the other ones make sense. Damn it. This would mean that Amazon basically tracked inflation in the last 13 years. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I don't think it's that. I don't think it's that. I think streaming would have gone way more vertical. I guess it's basketball. What the hell happened to Kobe? 13. He retired. Guys, I'm not talking about this. I know this. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about this. Injury? No, this is 2014. He didn't die in 2014. He didn't average 22 points per game as a zombie. Okay? Alright. You guys are insensitive about this. I'm going next. Average household size in Asia, Africa, North America. 6. Asia. Asia's big. I don't think it's that one. Wait, household size? Household size. So, like, if I live by myself, I'm a household size of 1. The average 1.3 in Asia. You're telling me the majority of people in Asia live by themselves? Absolutely not. Weekly meat consumption per capita in France, the United States, and Mexico. You're telling me in the US they eat 1 kilo of meat per day on average per capita. Bro, these guys are having a laugh at them here. That is an unbelievable amount of meat. Fertility rate, Japan, Somalia, United States. Yeah, it's probably that one. Percentage of population with doctorates in South Korea, Canada, and Nigeria. I don't think so. Average books ready annually per teenager in Italy. What the hell does that mean? Average books ready. I think it's supposed to be read. Read annually. So the United States reads more than Italy and Kenya. I don't think so. That's a negative. It's gotta be fertility. Yep. Okay. Average price of Bitcoin. Nope. Hectares burned as part of Australia bushfires. Snapchat active users growth rate. So that's the acceleration of the growth? That might be another typo. I don't know about that one. That one is not worded correctly. Like a growth rate of 2 would be doubling. A growth rate of 65,000 and then a growth rate of 20,000? There's no way. I think the wording is not correct here. It cannot be a growth rate. It cannot be that. Global fidget spinner sales, tens of thousands. You telling me people knew what fidget spinners were in 2000? No chance. Venezuela's inflation rate. No, I don't think so. It's the bushfires. Whoa! Man. Well, it's not fidget spinners. Bitcoin did peak around there, but it didn't go from 400 to 65,000. It didn't quite do that, no. And it didn't go down to 200. So it's not this one. It's not fidget spinners. Venezuela inflation rate. 65,000. 200. So 200 times 12 cannot be that. I guess it's Snapchat and it's just badly written. What? Fidget spinners were a thing in 2000? Oh, wait, no. I got it wrong. It's Venezuela. Oh, the inflation rate is a percentage. I was thinking it as a multiplier. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Like 16, 20%. And then 200. So 65,000% sounds like a lot. But yeah, they had that problem. It's runaway inflation. That's what happened. 65,000% is a lot. It's a lot. It's like 600 times less valuable, but it's been worse in other places. I didn't think to read it as a percentage, but a rate is a percentage. So that's my bad, actually. Yeah, I knew the other ones made no sense. Fidget spinners came out in 1993. Insane. Is that my first fail? That's literally my first fail. I mean, honestly, I would have guessed that like second if I thought of it as a percentage. So that's just, it's kind of maybe a bit careless, honestly. Okay, Google Trends, Taylor Swift, Beyonce, Ed Sheeran. Elon, Zuckerberg, Bezos, Ronaldo, Serena Williams, Usain Bolt. Not that one. Barack Obama. Oh. Like in the last 2 years? What? Meryl Streep? Dude, I don't know who that is. I probably know who that is, but I'm really bad with names. I cannot picture a face. Leonardo and Tom Hanks. I don't think it's that one. It's one of the first two. I think Taylor Swift had a little bit more popularity back then, so it's probably this one. Yep. Select the dataset. Super Bowl viewership millions. Nope. Grammy Awards viewership. I don't know, I never watched it. World Cup final viewership. Are you joking? Oscars ceremony TV viewership. I never watched it. Olympic Games opening ceremony viewership. No, it's one of the things I never watched. All of the other ones are higher. That's stupid. Average US college admission rates. I don't think so. Yale average class size. 3. Harvard admission rates. Maybe. IBM annual revenue. Maybe. Global DVD sales, millions of units. 22 million DVDs in 1980. What are these for, like, Zoomers? DVDs, ancient technology to them. I think it might be Harvard admission rates, but I think it might also be IBM annual revenue. IBM still owned the laptop brand Lenovo, last I checked. And they were actually really good laptops. I bought 2 of them in my life so far, and they were both very good. But they were on, like, the cheap end. Like, I don't think they were making much money. $3 billion. The thing is, the dot-com boom was, like, here. You wouldn't think they would go down in the dot-com boom. Nailed it. Harvard, baby. Yeah, that's the only thing that puts me off IBM. Let me actually see, what is IBM's revenue right now? $62 billion! Jesus Christ. Alright, apparently IBM is still killing it. Yeah, dude, Corpa. It's a massive company. They can buy Wicked. I don't know about that. Alright. Global wheat production, number of universities worldwide. 745. I mean, these are all integers. It would be weird that there's not 500,000 ton of wheat. Annual global steel production, millions of tons. Estimated number of books published worldwide, millions. Population of Europe. Well, Europe did have a few dips, unfortunately. $745 million. I feel like it would be bigger, but the fact of the matter is that Europe as a landmass, it's just not super big. $1939 starts to come back. 1946. 1914 starts to come back. 1919. Man, it's like super, super well trending. But you know what? Universities would kind of track the trend. There's a lot of universities in Europe. Okay, a different way to look at it. In 120 years, we would have much more than double the number of universities. It's probably Europe. Yeah. How many universities are there worldwide? I don't know the answer to that. How many universities are there in the world? 23,000. Yeah, it did seem low. Number of coal miners employed in Pennsylvania? Bro, what is this garbage? Annual cotton production in bales in Mississippi. What the hell is a bale? Bro, this is not okay. Miles of railroad track laid in the United States. Like total? It would go down lately. The boom was turn of the century, which would be here. Which would be literally the middle of the boom. Well, that would make sense. Population of Chicago. Chicago's Illinois. That's like... That's not like East Coast, East Coast. So it would have happened fairly recently. What is it at now? 2.7 million. I feel like Chicago would have more than 2.7 million. Chicago's a big city. Okay, another way to look at it. 29,000. 3 million. It's weird that it's so linear. Also, when it's on the up, it's seasonal. Something's happening seasonally. Do people migrate seasonally? Damn, they kinda do. Middle of winter, not a lot of people moving around. But it's the same for railroad tracks. Number of immigrants arriving at Ellis Island, New York. I mean, it's not 3 million anymore. I was there. Like in 2020. There was nobody coming through in 2020. So it's population of Chicago or railroad. This is a 20-year period. Actually, it's not seasonal. It's just happening in waves. What could affect that? Like a strike or something? Were people allowed to strike in 1890? You know, I don't think they were. I'm gonna try Chicago. Boom! Easy. Actually, not easy. I thought Chicago would have more people in it. Why does Chicago not have more people in it? It's one of the places I want to visit. I want to visit Chicago in the US. And I want to visit DC. Except maybe this year is not such a good idea for DC. You do not want to visit Chicago? Why not? Strikes in 1877 were a thing. Okay, one of my favorite places that I've been to in the US. Okay, so my favorite place in the US is Manhattan. It's just an outrageous, incredible city. Everything is out of control in Manhattan. It's just such a crazy place to be. My second favorite place? Detroit. And like I've been to LA, I've been to like California, I've been to like San Diego. Detroit has like the Manhattan vibe, but it's like run down, but it's not really run down. It's just a little rougher, but only a little. Yeah, I went last year. Detroit isn't run down anymore. Well, we stayed at one of the nicest hotels in the city, and across our hotel was a literal facade of a building. Like, we're like, oh, that building looks cool. And then we go to it, and it's literally held up by Like sticks. Like it's just the face of the building. That's it. I don't know. It's definitely a little rundown. It's definitely a little rundown. All right, we're not going to spread propaganda on this channel. It ain't perfect, but I liked it. It's okay. It's okay to not be perfect. None of us are, you know. There are exceptions. All right. Let's do a few more. Percentage of global population living in extreme poverty. 10%? Yeah, I wish. Average global sea level rise. It's gone down? I believe it has gone down because we're not in like the coal industry era anymore. But I don't believe it has gone down quite that sharply. So this is not the sea level dropping. This is the rate. So it's still increasing, but it's increasing by less each year. $84 millimeters is still really high. Like 6 centimeters per year, and the average is around here. So in the last 100 years, this would mean that there was a 4-meter rise in sea levels in the last 100 years. Nah, that's a little much. World's tallest building height record. World's tallest building height record. What? What the hell? Global average temperature anomaly. Global average temperature anomaly. What? Percentage of Amazon rainforest remaining. Well, has it ever gone up? Oh, bro, it's definitely that one. I'll tell you why it's this one. I'll tell you why it's this one. It's really obvious. They only survey it every 30 years. Depressing shit they want to sweep under the rugs, they don't study it that much. The data points are 30 years apart. Damn. It's a good theory. Well, it's not sea level rise. The third one is not like English. I don't know what that is. And then the fourth one is also very weird. I guess with the data points being so far apart, it might actually be poverty. There's no way poverty is going down every single year. There's definitely going to be upticks. But with the data points being like this is a 20-year data point, this is a 30-year data point, this is a 50-year data point. Yeah, I'm sure fast forward 50 years, poverty does go down globally. The truth is that I don't know what extreme poverty is. I'm sure that's defined, but I don't know what the definition is. So it would kind of make sense it's that one. Yeah. Below $1 a day. What is the percentage of the Amazon remaining? %79%. Bro, really? I thought it was much, much, much less. Like, a lot of it gets cut down and then gets brought back up again, but it's not really rainforest. That was my understanding. Okay. Global market share of Chrome, Safari, and Firefox web browsers. Firefox has 6% market share? Firefox is, like, pretty good. I also think that Chrome is over the hill. I think Chrome is a downtrend. I don't think it's that one. Average daily time spent on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. USA, China, and India. Oh, it's going down in India? Yeah, I'm sure it goes down, yeah. That Indian population sure doesn't like phones and technology. Definitely not. Annual gold production in South Africa, Australia, and China. South Africa. What is gold production? What does that mean? It doesn't have a measurement on it. What am I supposed to... No, I don't think so. Number of electric vehicles sold in Europe, North America, and Asia. So in Asia, they have a lot more different types of electric vehicles. So actually, it would be higher in Asia. Global box office revenue for action, comedy, and drama movies. Nah, dramas are the ones that kill them. Wow, it's the web browsers. What's wrong with Firefox? If you're curious, Safari comes default on iPhone. It's actually a garbage browser, but I mean, you buy a phone, it's already on there. I also thought that Chrome would be a downtrend. I know Chrome is leading by a lot, so this makes sense, but I thought Chrome had peaked, basically, but it looks like Chrome has not peaked. I use like multiple browsers. Firefox is my second browser. And independently, it's Ranya's second browser also. It's plateaued? Yeah, but it hasn't peaked. It's a market share statistic. It can't go up forever. It literally cannot go up forever. Also to note, the majority of other browsers are Chrome-based. Edge is growing on you. I have deep scarring trauma with Edge and trying to uninstall it, and then Microsoft trying to sleaze bag its way back into my list of programs. They've lost my trust. I don't even care how good it is. I'm done with Edge. The only thing they can do is throw it in the garbage and have a meaningful renaming campaign. Dear Internet Explorer, okay? I'm not an idiot. If you're going to change the name, you have to change the logo also, okay? You can't just change the name and keep the same logo, basically. I'm not that stupid. Who do they take me for? Okay. All right. Global annual investment in solar, wind, and other renewable energy. Nah, the investment for solar is like 20 years now. Number of endangered mammal, bird, and reptile species in Africa, Asia, and South America. Mammal, bird, reptile. So most of the actual species are going to be birds. So in Africa, it would skyrocket the number of endangered species. It'd like double in the last 2 years. Man, double in the last 2 years. That's kind of weird. Nah, it's probably McDonald's, Starbucks, and Subway. COVID hits, people eat out more, but like people already spend too much on Starbucks, and Subway is like people are over it. Wheat, corn. So wheat production actually would have gone down in these years because Ukraine was a major production in wheat, and yeah, not so much anymore, unfortunately. Number of international students in USA, UK, and Australia. That is also weird that travel would go up in COVID. It's this one. Wow! How is it not that one? There's no way it's the last two. Endangered species. So in the last 2 years, there's twice as many endangered species in Africa. And that's mind-blowing. That is so concerning if that's true. I didn't pick it just because that would be completely wild. Solar, wind, other renewables. I worked for like a few companies that did this kind of stuff. Like it wasn't at zero before, so maybe it's that. Wait a second. How can the number of endangered species not be an integer? These are data points. It can't be number 2. I guess it's 1. Why did it go up so much? Biden, China. India's pushing solar. Yeah, I did not know this. Okay, one more and I'm out of here. Global annual plastic production, millions of tons. I think plastic was largely produced in like the 40s and 50s. Before that, they used metal and lots more stuff. Average fuel efficiency of new cars, miles per gallon. 367. Average. Oh, I wish. Number of endangered species worldwide. So, at least it's an integer. $367. I'll be honest, I think this number should be much higher than that. In the 50s, there's 2 endangered species. Ain't no shot. Annual coffee consumption per capita in Finland. I was gonna say, you know, post-World War II, next to Russia, Finnish people, they might need something to help them get started in the day, you know, I get it. But like, 367 kilos of coffee per capita annually. Dear God, that cannot be possible. Okay, global wine production, billion liters. I mean, 2 billion liters is quite a bit. So I don't know about wine, but alcohol consumption is actually down. Alcohol consumption peaked in like early 1900s, I believe. When people had nothing to do, they just drank more booze and had more kids. I don't know what that looks like post-50s. But for it to be like 180 times higher would surprise me. I think it's plastic. Plastic it is. That's a really cool game.